Hey guys, this is OracleDaphne. I'm back for another, I want to say, discussion regarding the interstellar comet 3I Atlas. And I just posted the first one, so I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to post the second one, but this is the second one, and I wanted to talk more about it. I don't know how many I'm going to do. I might do a follow-up with another set of charms and maybe more questions. I'm really interested in this topic. This is a hot topic. I want to do like a series on this channel of hot topics. It's interesting because I have not wanted to really get into these subjects because they get people so heated, and it is very polarizing and it's challenging with comments. So but I'm back because this fascinates me. This is really interesting. I feel really pulled towards it at this time. And so please let me know, in the comments, if you have specific questions of things that you're interested to know, like what you want me to ask my guides if I do another reading regarding this topic. Please, mention in the comments what those are. I do want to say a big thank you to everybody who supported my channel. You can support my channel by donating. Even small donations really help and are very appreciated. The donate button to PayPal is usually in the comments, but also you can donate through Venmo, CashApp, Zelle, those are all in the description box, or through like snail mail. You can always send me a gift card through snail mail. So thank you guys so much for being amazing fans and followers. I do want to say thank you. So I'm not remembering exactly where I left off, but I will kind of do a little short recap as far as what this video is about. This video is about the interstellar comet / object called 3I Atlas that was first noticed last year. When I first saw it in the news, I looked at it and I was like, yeah, no, that's not a comet. It's clear to me, it just came through very clear to me that it's not a comet. And so I had some questions because I decided, I saw someone bring up this topic again, and I was like, wanted to dig a little bit more into what are some of the things that maybe people should know. What do my guides say? Please remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm not concerned about the accuracy of this information. This is just me asking my guides questions. The guides are not always accurate, but I have to tell you that from what I have experienced with my guides, usually with my guides, I ask questions about serious things like this. This is very accurate. They are not steering me in the wrong direction here. I feel like this is very spot on, and it makes a lot of sense. And so, yeah, I've got some charms here, and I've got some tea. So I'm just going to be asking some questions about this, and see what I got from my guides. But please, in the comments, let me know what you're interested in. So some of the things that we had gone over are this object coming from a long time ago. It's very, very old, coming from what I call the outer realms or outer regions of not just our solar system, but outside of the collection of billions of galaxies. Okay. And they must have come through a portal, because I don't believe that an object like that just comes through normally. Okay. I'm going to ask my guides, do they have like advanced time travel capabilities, or did they come through a portal? I'm getting that they need me to like rephrase the question. It's not necessarily a portal. It would be they came through space and they're coming through time. So I guess if you're looking at time as if it's a portal, then the answer would be yes. But if we're looking at like a specific portal, like when people think about a portal, I think the answer is no. Have they been traveling this whole time, or have they made stops? I'm going to clarify. Have they made stops? Have they been traveling this whole time? Huh. It's really unclear Well, I feel like the answer is no to both things. And I'm not sure how that's possible. Although there was interference when I asked, have they made stops? So like that's something like maybe my guides just don't advise me to talk about, like the stops that they're making and what they're doing. Yeah, it's not advisable. It's going to get people really, really upset. I feel like there is something about what they're doing when they make stops. And it's not necessarily what we need to be focused on at this time anyways. But there is something that's coming up around that. Okay, so what else do we need to know about it? I think I had talked about this object as far as being a potential threat to Earth or to people here, or even not even just a threat to Earth, but a threat to okay, I have so many questions. I'm going to specify. Is this interstellar object a threat to the beings that control the planet? No. That's interesting. Are they friends with the beings that control the planet? No. Do they want contact? Do the beings that control this planet want contact with that interstellar object? No. Is there a reason that there was like no radio signals? Like, what's the reason there was no radio signals? Like, why were they radio silent? Why did they come in radio silent? Okay, so this is going to sound really strange. They had to be silent for a reason. And I feel like that reason has to do with the ship itself, and its ability to, like, I want to say maneuver or operate or fly. Like its performance, basically. Its performance, if it was, let's just say, operating at a radio frequency, then it would impair the performance or slow it down, like hold it down or drag it down for some reason. I also see it would consume and like energy. It's really weird because I'm seeing this little dish or this little plate right next to this charm, which talks about like working out. And so that's kind of how I'm seeing it. Like, it's sort of like it would cost them too much in like fuel of some kind to be operating on radio frequencies. I don't know what it's operating on, but it's not operating on radio. There's no radio signals like a normal ET vessel would. But that's because does it want to be cloaked? Is it part of like cloaking? Or is it just because it would cost too much to operate it the normal way? Yeah. I don't know. It has to do, it's very technical. It has to do with, like, again, the mineral composition of that vessel. Something to do with like the mineral composition, and the fuel and how it's functioning, and it's very technical. Okay, like what else? What about the level of interest as far as okay, sorry. I have so many questions. I guess I'm trying to clarify the question. I wanted to ask about like why they could not figure out if Earth was a good place to land some other way. Like, why did they have to come so close to look at it? Oh, is it because they're not able to see it? It has to do with maybe they're coming for water. There is this, okay, now this is going to sound interesting. There is this group, in particularly like these water, I think of them as like water ETs that are specifically related to jellyfish. Like there's jellyfish in the water and they communicate with Earth. And as far as like the interest in water, like if the Earth had more water content, then this specific ET group would be very interested in Earth. And it's sort of like them sort of checking to see like the water component to the planet, and maybe not being able to do that at a distance, or maybe not able to figure things out aside from that. But I am seeing the specific water ET group. That's very fascinating. Okay. I kind of feel that people are really going to want to know, like, what I feel like what's what's the unknown, what's outside the unknown realms, like why is it so scary? And I feel like it has to do, and it's so interesting, I'm seeing like these buttons here. It's almost like we would lose control. We would lose control of the planet. We would lose control of our very existence, identity, consciousness. Everything would change, essentially. If, let's just say, like a ship like 3i Atlas got control or gained control over the planet, or decided, okay, we're going to land here and we're going to, set up shop, like I said in my other video, then we would be in big trouble, because they would set up shop similar to the way they did, the beings that control this planet did in the beginning, and we would be enslaved, but not in the way that we are now. Like it essentially, like, I don't know how to explain this. If people think of, like, okay, when they think of the rapture, like in the Bible, this is what would be like it would be like a rapture. My guys are saying it would be like a rapture. It would be like a mass rapture where everybody would die like all at once. Like it would be like everybody dying, because you can't have two different programs running at the same time. So they would set up shop with a different group of individuals with a different program altogether. That's how I see it playing out if they did that. Yeah, it's a completely different program. Well, okay. I'm not God, and I can't tell you exactly how it would go, but that's how I see it going. If they did that. Now, so why is it a threat? That's because if they did that, then we would all be in big trouble. I'm just going to ask a question, because I'm seeing a bunch of stuff about the Star Trek movie, which used to be my favorite Star Trek movie, where they got a signal from the whales, okay, that, if help didn't come then, or if they didn't, put the whales into the ocean, or get a handle on the whales, then the Earth was headed for destruction. Or it was something about how, like, they got a distress signal. This is very fascinating. Okay, so was there a distress signal of some kind that was sent out by some of the water creatures, the whales, the dolphins? Was there, like, were they answering a distress call? No. But it's really fascinating. My guys are like, it encouraged me to talk about the whales and the Star Trek, where they go back. I think, I don't know, they go into the future, or they somehow, or they go back in time and they get the whales. Is this comet a sign that the planet is headed in the wrong direction? No. Or is there beings in the water that are making a distress call in general? Is the Earth making a distress call? It's very interesting. I do believe it's both. I'm seeing the whales. It's interesting the whales showed up here. I'm seeing the whales showing up, and I'm also seeing there's this little, it's the plants, it's the Earth, this little flower here. There's like a distress call that's the Earth is making. And okay, so how does that how is that functioning with what does that have to do with the comet? Is the comet coming through as like through an opening, again going back through that space thing where they came through? Because okay, so this is hard to explain it to you. Okay, this is very hard. When a person, for example, lets go of control or makes a distress call out into space or into the quantum field, it creates an opening so that, or an opportunity, let's just say, for spiritual groups to intervene or intercede on the behalf of the person that's making the distress call. And when it does that, it creates again like an opening or a space or an opportunity for things to come through, which would not normally come through. Okay. So I feel like there's a distress call that's being made by the plants, by planet Earth, and by the whales. Okay, so were they making this distress call before this came through? Are they making the distress call after this came through? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's clarify. It's just hard for me to put pieces together. So let's clarify the whales and the planet. I do feel like the whales and the planet have been making a distress call for some time. So this is nothing new, okay? For people that are really into herbs and plants and medicine in this regard, this is not new. But this has been happening. But the fact that they're saying that the whales and the plants are making a distress call after this interstellar object came into our field of awareness and it has been noted by the major telescopes and the major, sky, spaces that this has come through and is not good. The fact is, it is just not good. Does this have to do with what Barbara Marciniak said about ripping the fabric of consciousness, like how robotics would rip the fabric of consciousness? Okay, and why is this important? I see things can come through again when there's an opening, when there's an opportunity. So let's just say we're constantly sending things up into space that's going to rip the fabric of the, first of all, the protective layer around the Earth, but it's also going to rip the fabric of time itself. The fact that this comet is so, and I say comet, but the ship, the 3i Atlas was so old. I don't know. It's so interesting to me that it's just so old. I don't think that that's a good sign. I don't see it as being a good sign. And the fact that the ocean, made a distress call. I'm seeing also a lake specifically. Is it that the beings on this planet are making the distress call because they think that it's going to come back? Is this object going to come back specifically in our time? Like, let's just say within the next 50 to 100 years. No. It doesn't. My guides are saying no. What is the distress call about? Is the distress call about the NUK that is coming? I specifically asked my guides before recording this video, was the NUK sort of like a replacement for a meteor or for an object to hit the Earth? Was there going to be an object that was going to hit the Earth in 2029? No. Was Nostradamus correct when he said that there was going to be a meteor that hit the Earth or something massive that hit the Earth? No. If the NUK does not happen, are we still in trouble? No. I'm interested to see how you guys want to take this, because I am almost like overwhelmed. Like my psychic, the psychic information and stuff that I'm seeing is so overwhelming. It's hard for me to channel this. It's like holding space for energy that like at a different frequency that I'm used to entirely. So gotta bear with me, guys. This is a really intense topic. I have to ask this question. I don't even know, like when I'm channeling, I cannot connect the dots. Does this have anything to do with Nibiru? I'm getting like a deep silence. And like almost as if there's a lot of like anger around this topic. So this is a topic that, you know, maybe this is something to discuss another time. Okay. Anything last messages that want to come through regarding this object? Are people going to like become more aware of this? I feel like we're going to see, like people have said, and like other psychics have said, we're going to see more like UFO type things and things that we haven't been able to see in the past. I'm seeing that. I also feel like some people are going to continue their life the way they normally live it and not really factor this into their belief systems at all. I'm going to continue on in part 3. I want to go more into like the water energies and talk more about the distress signal that the planet is sending out and like what that means for humanity. So I have to end here. Thank you guys so much. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.